The entire future of this franchise hinges on what happens in the war room over these 7 absolutely critical rounds. We are staring down a massive opportunity to finally build an unstoppable juggernaut, but one terrible reach could set us back years. This finalized, predictive mock draft is going to leave you completely speechless. If you are ready to see this team violently take over the division, smash that like button, share this with a diehard fan, and hit subscribe right now. Alright, let us dive straight into the absolute madness. The endless rumors are finally put to rest, and we are looking at the exact draft capital needed to completely overhaul this roster. We are armed with the 25th overall pick in the first round. From there, we hold picks 57 and 60 in the second round, pick 89 in the third, and pick 129 in the fourth. We are currently sitting out the 5th and 6th rounds entirely, though draft day chaos could easily change that. Finally, we wrap things up with picks 239 and 241 in the 7th round. This is not just a wish list, this is a meticulously researched look at reality. Are we truly prepared to risk the health of our franchise quarterback by ignoring the trenches? Or will we finally make the brutal, necessary choice to secure his blind side permanently? This brings us to the agonizing decision at number 25 overall. The front office absolutely needs to draft a left tackle. Let's not sugarcoat it. We do not have a reliable, long-term anchor. Braxton Jones is a decent stopgap, but you do not go to war with decent, protecting your most valuable asset. If they ignore left tackle in the first round, they are effectively waving the white flag, because the talent pool completely falls off a cliff after the top 7 prospects. Elite guys like Francis Mauigoa, Spencer Fano, Caden Proctor, and Monroe Freeling will be long gone. That leaves Macallan Pounders, Blake Miller, and Caleb Lamu. I am stamping Caleb Lamu, the highly athletic tackle from Utah, as the pick here. He is a battle-tested technician who has locked down the left side against fierce competition. He is incredibly fluid in pass protection, easily mirroring speed rushers. He is the immediate, plug-and-play blindside protector we desperately need. As we sweat it out into the second round at pick 57, I am locking in Keontae Scott, the ridiculously versatile defensive back out of Miami. The front office brought him in for a top 30 visit, proving they are evaluating if he is the missing piece to this defense. Last season, he was deployed as a hyper-athletic nickel, and he was an absolute nightmare for opposing offenses. I genuinely believe our defensive staff will unleash him as a highly aggressive safety. He produced 5 sacks and 13 tackles for loss last year. The man plays with his hair on fire and constantly attacks the football. Imagine throwing him onto the field with Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker. You instantly create a terrifying, heavy-hitting secondary that can disguise coverages and blitz from absolutely anywhere on the turf. Now, it is time to make a massive, franchise-altering move. I am projecting one highly realistic trade. We are trading the 60th overall pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers, dropping back slightly to acquire their 76th and 99th overall selections. Pittsburgh is loaded with mid-round picks. By sliding down, we pull off the heist of the century by drafting Dennis-Sutton, the absolute powerhouse edge rusher out of Penn State. Before we dive into why this pick is an absolute steal, I need to hear from you. Question of the day: do you think we are making a massive mistake by waiting until the third round to draft an edge rusher? Comment below right now. Draft expert Dane Brugler values Dennis-Sutton as a top 60 player, while others inexplicably have him dropping out of the top 100. I am pounding the table for this guy. He is a wildly tall, insanely long-limbed defender who plays the run with pure, unadulterated violence. He racked up 17 sacks in his college career by simply physically bullying offensive tackles. He isn't the most refined pass rush technician yet. He relies heavily on sheer brute strength, but the value at pick 76 is astronomical. Penn State is an absolute factory for elite, pro-ready defensive talent. He tested out of this world athletically at the Combine. He might need a year to refine his pass rush arsenal, but right out of the gate, he will set a terrifying edge against the run and push our veterans immediately. We are not done injecting premium talent into this roster. At pick 89, we are finally giving our offensive coordinator a shiny, dangerous new weapon. We are drafting De'Zhaun Stribling, the explosive wide receiver out of Ole Mississippi. If you watch his tape, he looks like he was perfectly engineered for our passing attack. For the last 2 years, this guy has been an absolute touchdown magnet who generates massive, chunk plays. We are talking about ripping off a 75-yard play in back-to-back seasons and racking up over 1,600 total yards across 2 different college programs. Right now, we lack a clear-cut, terrifying number 3 receiver. Stribling changes that immediately. He is 6'2", well over 200 pounds, runs a blazing sub-4 for 40-yard dash, and he blocks with the sheer aggression of a linebacker. No block, no rock. Because of that brilliant trade back with Pittsburgh, we hold the 99th overall pick, and we are using it to draft Logan Jones, the highly athletic center out of Iowa. Iowa consistently breeds incredibly tough, NFL-ready offensive linemen. Jones is slightly undersized, but his lateral mobility and football IQ are completely off the charts. He stepped directly into the massive void left by Tyler Linderbaum and held down the interior like an absolute gladiator. He only surrendered 1 single sack all of last year. Getting a future starting center in the 3rd or 4th round is the ultimate draft hack, providing us with an incredibly smart, highly athletic interior blocker. Moving into the 4th round at pick 129, we are grabbing Tacario Davis, the absolute behemoth of a cornerback out of Arizona. It is genuinely absurd that a corner this massive exists. He is well over 6'3", possesses freakish 33-inch arms, and somehow clocked a blazing 4.36 40-yard dash. His hips are admittedly a bit tight, which is why he is available this late, and you definitely do not want him covering shifty slot receivers. But if you glue him to the outside boundary and let him physically manhandle opposing receivers, he is going to be a total nightmare. Finally, as we scrape the bottom of the barrel in the 7th round with picks 239 and 241, we are swinging for the fences. First, we take Khalil Dinkins, a gritty tight end from Penn State with fantastic size. He will come into camp ready to wage absolute war for a spot on special teams. Then, we draft juggernaut, the incredibly explosive running back out of Cal. He looked like a future superstar his first 2 years, racking up over 2,500 all-purpose yards. He boasts a 41-inch vertical and blazing speed. Taking a flyer on a guy who once dominated college football is a brilliant move. So there you have it, the ultimate blueprint for total domination. Caleb Lamu anchoring the blind side, Keontae Scott bringing the pain, Dennis-Sutton shattering the edge, and De'Zhaun Stribling adding serious offensive fireworks. We fortified the trenches with Logan Jones, added rare length with Tacario Davis, and took massive upside swings with Khalil Dinkins and juggernaut. Drop your final draft grade A, B, C, D, or F in the comments right now. Draft night is approaching fast, so get ready, buckle up, and let's watch this front office work.